Good morning, Southeast Texas and Southwestern Louisiana. And, of course, on the World Wide Web, Jim King of the TV and radio here. Thanks for listening to King's Country. We specialize in the most magnificent country music mix on the planet 24/7, 365. Of course, it's a TGIF edition, and that means my time to shine on the Boob Tube. We've got a great episode coming up. You can hear more about that. You can watch a preview at noon at News at noon on KFDM Channel 6. And then first airing here in Southeast Texas, a new time slot, 12:30 p.m. on the CW. It's a good one with T. Graham Brown, Lee Bryce, Tanner West, owner of Texas Construction Resources, and Brad Broussard will be in the Royal Spotlight. Got some sound bites from that and a lot of great tunage this morning. And thanks for streaming King's Country on this Friday.
Saturday night when the moon is out, I want to head on over to the Twist and Shout.
Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for listening. I'm Jim King of the radio and TV, and I would say it's safe to say that Lainey Wilson is currently the queen of country music. She's even an actress on Yellowstone. She's everywhere these days. She was even on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon recently, and they started talking about where Lainey got her start, and you might be surprised at what she said.
I've heard stories that used to perform in a Walmart in the aisles.
I would play anywhere that they let me play. I'm talking about nursing homes, flatbed trailers, anywhere that my parents would be like, hey, Lainey, sing that song you just wrote last week for anybody.
Is that right?
And I just do it. I wrote my first song at 9 years old, and I got bit by the bug.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Her Highness Lori Morgan as we cruise through the 11 o'clock hour of the Jim King of the Radio Show, TGIF edition. Oh, and looky here. On the way, it's the Marshall Tucker Band. Straight ahead, Heard It in a Love Song. Which brings me to this. A fabulous flashback with the lead singer, Doug Gray.
King of the Road.
Backstage with Doug Gray, lead singer of the Marshall Tucker Band. To talk to you, and it's a real thrill because I was going to the University of Texas back in the 70s, and my roommate at the time was from Houston, and he said, you got to hear this band. And I was hooked from the get-go when I heard Marshall Tucker Band because I've always loved that southern rock sound. It's almost like the country bands that are called country today are really southern rock, their roots, aren't they?
I agree. It's, it started about 8 or 10 years ago with Garth. Garth come out. Everybody had been playing music like that, and then all of a sudden these guys said, wow, we can use a real guitar in this thing instead of just playing the same three-chord play out. And, I'm just proud that music is still going. It's evolving into something really creative now. And, it's not Black Eyed Peas, but it's in between the original kind of country music that Bob Wills and Hank Jr. Yeah. I'd say that we're not like Bob Wills, okay, and the Texas Playboys. I'd say that we're not like that because we don't have the instrumentation. But if you see a show and you like it, it's most likely going to leave that same kind of impression because that's why people loved it, because he was all the time having a good time instead of being a stick in the mud and waiting for somebody to turn the spotlight on him. It's always fun, and to me, that's what, 40 years later, that's what I'm striving for.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. I'm Jim King of the radio, a.k.a. the Catmandu on the west end of Beaumont. Yeah, I own 5 cats. I love them, every one of them. 2 indoors, 3 outdoors. And I'm a childless cat man. Sorry, J.D. Vance of the Republican Party. Well, the GOP in Arizona have put up a dozen billboards pushing the idea that Haitian immigrants are eating cats. You know that debunked rumor that Trump put out there during the debate? Well, they're Chick-fil-A style ads that read, get this, eat less kittens, vote Republican. Here are people in the community talking about the billboards.
More silliness, more craziness.
I think they're a distraction from real problems, and it's just a bunch of nonsense.
Everyone has their own mind to decide, hey, is this good or bad, or if it's true or whatever.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. Welcome to the Jim King Thing on a TGIF edition. Got a preview of the Jim King of the TV show coming up in just a few moments, featuring T. Graham Brown this week. And thanks for streaming King's Country. We were a station that was designed and launched with the Southeast Texas and Southwestern Louisiana country fan in mind. So listen all you want. We'll play much more. Or I'm not Jim King of the Road.
Long live the king.
The studio of King of the Road Productions on the west end of Beaumont, where last time I checked, country is still king. On the radio and on TV, too. Yeah, with the Jim King of the TV show, as we celebrate 25 years of broadcasting here in Southeast Texas this month. We're going to close out the show this week, the TV version, with Brad Broussard back in the Royal Spotlight thanks to Glenn's Express Collision. We'll have the Southeast Texas debut of Lee Bryce and Company's new video. He's got a couple of cats joining him with the new song. It's called Drinking Buddies. You're going to love this one. And that is sponsored by yours truly in King's Country Internet Radio. We're going to kick it off with Texas Construction Resources sponsoring and appearing in a segment, TCR, but we'll kick it off with this cat, T. Graham Brown. Here's a taste test.
Jim King of the Road. Jim King of the Road. That's right. Down, I need to talk to you. Then you do what you wanna do, but just hear me through, yeah. And darling, no, you don't need no other guy. No, when you gonna realize how much I love you, yeah, baby.
Self-employed too. You're an entrepreneur, I would say, with all the different things you're doing. You own this, don't you? It's your own company now?
Yeah, I'm just my own boss.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's nothing big deal about it.
And you get plenty of gigs.
Yeah, we're still working as much as we want to work. And just having fun, man. Sheila travels with me.
Love your tour bus, man. You're rolling like a palace on wheels here.
Yeah, well, thank you, man.
It's like a billboard, a rolling billboard.
Yeah, rolling billboard. Yeah. It's hillbilly, man.
And
it's hillbilly.
You're doing stuff with Cracker Barrel now, I noticed.
Yeah, well, they're
distribution.
They put Forever Changed in there, and Sony is distributing it and manufacturing it, and this turned into a good thing. The Forever Changed records really hope it's out there blessing some people.
Well, another cool thing about you is all the duets that you've done with people and people that have covered your songs, especially Wine into Water. I think Loretta Lynn covered that.
No, man, yes, on her last album. A bunch of people have cut it.
And you worked with the Possum, George Jones, didn't you? Didn't you do a duet with George Jones?
Yeah, he sang on one of my records. We were really good friends. We worked the road together. And we were just good buddies for 30 years.
Did you know him during the wild years?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't drink anymore, but I've been drunk with George plenty of times before. When we were were both drinking, man, we would have fun. They told us we were having fun. I don't know if we really were or not.
I'm reading his biography right now. I don't know if you're in there, but I'll tell you if I come across a chapter with you in there.
Well, maybe he's mentioned my name. I don't know. It might be good if he doesn't.
Thanks for your time.
Y'all, you're welcome, buddy. Anytime.
Looking forward to the show.
Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man.
All right, pal.
Out on Moonshadow Road, where we all used to go, where part of growing up was learning about love by the light of the radio, and not a care in the world, just a boy and a girl, and we found out all we need to know down on Moonshine Road. Out on Moonshine Road, where we all used to go, where part of growing up was learning about love by the light of the radio. Not a care in the world, just a boy and a girl, and we found out all we need to know out on Moonshine Road. And we found out all we need to know out on Moonshine Road. Thank y'all.
Check out T. Graham Brown kicking off this week's Jim King of the TV show. Check local listings on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. King's Country, kingscountry.net. You know, we only play the cream of the crop from yesterday and today. Cherry picked right here, all the good stuff. I think we play Zach Bryan. I've heard that name a lot, and I think we may play a cut or two of his. But anywho, Zach Bryan just surprised his fans by doing a pop-up show at a dive bar in New York City. Sounds dangerous. Listen to the entire bar help him sing Burn, Burn, Burn.
So let me go down the line. Once you know your pain inside.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. Fall is in the air, and it's getting so beautiful here in Beaumont, Texas. Get a little bit crisp in the morning. And we just dodged a major bullet. Knock on wood when you say that, because we're not really in the clear yet until the end of the hurricane season, November 1st, I believe. No, but this last one, Francine, just roared right past us out in the Gulf, went to southern Louisiana, Morgan City area, where it made landfall. I don't think there was any major damage, but got to a Category 1. And I think we're in the clear for at least another week or so. Again, knock on wood. And thanks for streaming King's Country. I'm not a weather prognosticator, and I'm not even a king. Well, not a real one. I just play one on TV a few times a week.
Listen for King of the Road.
Oh, yeah, we listen to you. My husband listens to you.
Don't tell anybody.
Middays with Jim King.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. That puts the cap on the Jim King of the radio show for another week here. TGIF edition. Have a great weekend and take King's Country with you everywhere because it's 24/7, 365. Nothing but the cream of the crop from yesterday and today. All killer and no filler. Keep between the ditches. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next week on King's Country. And listen all you want. Just keep listening. Tell your friends about us. Come on, come on, come on.